Bonjour et bienvenue sur DarkOtaku Gaming, je suis Devil, vous êtes toujours la Saint-Valentin et nous sommes ici, sur le volcan, avec Nora, à qui on allait parler.
Oh, nice outfit.
Who cares?
What?
As long as there's nothing hanging in the way. Try climbing when things are dangling off you everywhere.
Finally, a good reason for scanty clothing. I'm Larry. Larry Laffer?
And I'm Nora.
Tu es une alpiniste professionnelle?
Do you climb professionally?
You could say that. I just turned my hobby into my profession.
Mountain climber?
Biologist.
What does that have to do with climbing?
How the hell else am I supposed to get to the critters I'm investigating? Some of them are really fast and agile. Besides, I like the athletic challenge.
Good for the abs.
Unfortunately, I often miss my grip and fall.
Oh. What's your favorite animal?
Cats.
What? Just cats? I would have expected some totally exotic animal.
I don't like to take work home with me.
Good point.
Je
I'd like to get up to the top of that volcano.
Why would you want to go up there?
cherche une pierre de l'un des pierres fondateurs.
I'm looking for a stone from one of the founding fathers.
Which founding fathers?
The ones who discovered this archipelago.
Rocks are boring. I'd love to help you get up there, but I can't do it without my climbing gear.
Il est censé y avoir un marquis mort quelque part, est-ce que
There's
tu l'as
supposed
vu?
to be a dead marquee here.
No, I'm only interested in pod geckos.
In what?
The archipelago is home to many rare species, but one is truly unique, and it's a long-tailed pod. If only I could Unfortunately, some of my climbing equipment, my sister Dora must have...
Où est-ce que je peux trouver ta sœur?
I have no idea where the hell. She usually doesn't know herself. She's always totally overbooked. She said something about looking for a certain plant. What was it called again?
Vuvuzela, vagin, vampira.
Vuvuzela?
No. Wait a minute. Vagina dentata.
I think I'll just bite my tongue. Nice name for a plant.
I'm not a plant person myself. It's an orchid that only grows in one place in the archipelago. It's extremely rare and has been growing here for centuries. But, like I said, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Larry, there's a passage in Swingle's file that
Ah bon?
apparently the Marquis was looking for this plant because it's believed to have sexual magical powers.
If the marquee was there, maybe
Désolé,
there's
j'ouvre
a
mon
clue to
Tropico.
the keystone. Do you know any more precisely where it is?
The location is in the jungle on Gafuku Island, and I have detailed directions on how to get there. We
Okay.
have to go to a very specific clearing.
Then let's get a move on.
And when you get there, bring my climbing gear, will you please?
Bien sûr,
And give
c'est le
my love
but.
to Dora.
Je dois y aller. Alors, est-ce que l'eau est revenue ou pas? Ok, l'eau ne revient pas. Orchidée. De nouveau mort. Bon, c'est pas grave. Allez, allez, c'est bon, c'est bon. C'est bon. Allez. Bon, bah, de toute façon, F10. Pardon, pouf pouf, t'as rien vu.
No, I'd rather not throw that in there. I should try. That's fine, just...
Voilà. J'ai mal mâché un truc.
Better not. Locked, but I can hear someone in there breathing pretty heavily. Doesn't look... I feel a...
Un courant d'air.
The inflatable guy's...
Oh. Eh ben,
There's someone... I feel a...
il y a quelqu'un qui a du souffle là-dedans. C'est bon, j'avais un morceau de chips coincé dans les dents.
Hey,
What's up?
do you have any idea what happened to all that junk I collected?
Junk? What junk?
The junk that was hanging on that hook.
The raft-shaped junk?
The junk-shaped junk.
I, recycled it for you. Isn't that great? Anything for the planet.
Alors, comment va l'oiseau?
So how's that bird doing now?
I had to scrub it for hours to get the oil out of his feathers. But I did it.
Great news!
I set him free in the jungle, even in a spot where there was a female close by. But as soon as he saw it, he panicked and ran in the opposite direction.
That's weird. What a strange bird.
Un autre animal en détresse?
Animal in distress somewhere?
Not at the moment. Would you help me if the alarm went off somewhere?
Sorry, I have a lot of animals to take care of myself.
That's definitely a good reason.
Once you're done at Kahlua, where will you go from here?
I don't know yet. I go where I'm needed. There are still enough people in this world who go through life without thinking about others, always throwing things away, tipping them over, breaking them, stealing them.
Sometimes there's just no other way.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing.
Ouais, c'est moi.
Seal it?
Ne dis pas qu'elle a pas vu. Bon, alors je suppose que... Voilà.
The crocodile provides perfect protection for...
Et... Évidemment qu'il l'a mis comme ça.
This may not be the best shock protector.
Du coup, avec ça...
It's all... I'm proud. It's all...
Mais comment je peux me déplacer? Ah! Elle avait dit quoi? Moins... Moins 15, quelque chose comme ça, et plus... Les voyages en mer sont toujours agréables et amusants. Jusqu'à ce que les pleurs commencent. Le seul point positif en cas de mort en mer, c'est qu'on ne manque pas de sel. Au-delà de ça, c'est pas très agréable. Comme la plupart des morts, en fait, tu ne seras jamais un loup de mer, mais tu ferais mieux de reprendre si tu ne veux pas que ça se reproduise. Il faut que je retourne voir l'autre et que j'écoute ce qu'elle a à me dire. Donc ça doit être la... Donc si je reprends l'hôtel, ça doit être Kolou.
Larry, Swingle had also collected some interesting information about this island.
I have to admit, I am curious.
Gofuku Island holds traces of a lost civilization. Swingle suspected that this cavern of cosmic cognition is located here somewhere.
Good to know.
However, this is also the island with all the death traps left behind by an ancient civilization.
Oh.
Ok. Les champignons.
Maybe you can even eat it.
And maybe you'll start to...
I wouldn't mind.
Donc ça a l'air bon. Ça. Orchidée, on va mourir. Mais au moins on est sûr que c'est pas celle-là. Voilà, au moins on est sûr que elles ne sont pas bonnes.
That's not the... Nothing happened. I can see something through the hole.
ça. Et bah ça en fait des symboles. Ça ressemble à quoi?
I can see. That's
J'ai vu aucun de ces symboles, mais bon. Jungle danse.
here's the.
Le chemin qu'a décrit le marquis. Ah, bah ça doit être ça.
I'm supposed to bring no.
I'll take it back to her once the orchid is bloomed.
I better not touch the root.
Donc c'est toi, Dora,
Hey,
l'exploratrice.
would you be Dora?
Who wants to know?
I do.
I mean, who are you?
Larry. Larry Laffer.
And how does that help me?
I don't know. You asked.
I give up.
Don't worry, you get used to him.
Your sister says to say hi.
Thanks. Did she fall off something again?
No, but she's preparing to climb the volcano.
I sure hope that doesn't turn into a train wreck.
Est-ce que tu aurais une pierre dorée ou un marquis mort dans le coin?
Have you seen a gold stone or a dead marquis lying around here anywhere?
No, I probably would have noticed both of those things.
Too bad. What are you doing here?
Actually, I came here to examine the ruins. They're one of my specialities. I more or less fell into it.
Into the job?
No, I was on vacation in South America when I got separated from my group and fell into a pit. Landed right on top of this gold statue. Man, it hurt. Then I was constantly on TV and everyone said I was an explorer specialized in some sort of tombs. And since I had nothing better to do, I thought I'd just travel around and see if I could find some more.
Any luck?
Et elle est
Not
devenue
so
Dora
far,
l'exploratrice.
but that statue made me rich, so it doesn't matter.
Wow, good for you.
I'm concentrating on plants now. They don't hurt as much when you fall on them.
Looks like falling seems to run in your family.
Je suis supposé ramener son matériel d'escalade à Dora.
Climbing equipment.
Yeah, I must have taken it by mistake. I'm such a mess sometimes. I'll take it back to her once the orchid is bloomed.
Is that the vagina dentata? Maybe I can help you get it to blossom.
Oh, you've heard of it. Yeah, it is. Don't you dare touch it. It's very sensitive and only the most empathetic and sensitive people should approach it. Otherwise, it will never bloom. And if it does, I want to be there to see it happen.
Est-ce qu'elle mord?
It's not a carnivorous orchid, don't worry.
Maybe I can help you to get that orchid to bloom.
That would be a magical moment. But only absolute experts should be present for that. Like me. And you don't look the type.
But I know a lot about flowers. And bees.
Ouais.
Oh yeah? Okay then. There are many different orchids in the archipelago, but they are all extremely poisonous except for one species. You can bring me one of those, can't you?
Of course.
I'm sure you also know that all the others are deadly.
Eh.
Just the slightest skin contact will kill you.
Forcément. Cette orchidée n'est pas vénéneuse, elle est bleue,
That
c'est ça?
non-toxic orchid is blue, right?
If I say yes and the blue orchid is poisonous,
You would have really made a fool of me. Is it blue?
oh,
Which?
a specimen of the...
Which?
We actually get along quite well,
Ah,
although
tu te
there's
bien
a
avec ta
bit of
sœur?
rivalry. After all, we work in similar fields. I think she could be a little more relaxed. She's always looking for the next big challenge. She should stop and smell the flowers along the way.
Like you.
Exactly.
Sauf si elles sont empoisonnées. Donc je ne peux pas m'approcher de cette orchidée tant que je n'ai pas trouvé l'orchidée bleue.
But we can't get away from here.
I know.
Non!
Feel
Ils sont
the
là!
same way you do, in case you haven't noticed. We can't just play LARP anyway.
And how are we supposed to do that?
Ah, ils sont tous les trois là!
We just
Je viens de le voir!
make it up ourselves.
Notre Amérindien préféré.
Up yourself?
No. But being a game master can't be that hard.
You also said making a computer game wasn't hard.
Hey, and nobody told me you need an engine for that. And it was the publisher's fault anyway.
We didn't have one.
But they would have screwed everything up if we had found one.
Whatever. We need a game master. And game masters don't just fall from the heavens. Besides, can't even enter the ruins.
We could play right here.
No, there's not enough atmosphere.
You know what? I've had enough. Yeah, we're out of here.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Are you selling pie phones in the jungle now? And did they make you wear those clothes?
Oh, damn, Finley. It's that weirdo from New Lost Wages.
Don't move, Kyle. Maybe he won't notice us.
I'm already talking to you.
Damn, it didn't work.
Qu'est-ce que vous faites sur cette île, bande de
What are you
dégénérés?
doing here on the island?
We came here for the Galactic Festival. It was supposed to be a one-of-a-kind event. Galactic creatures, lots of action and music. They promised that nothing would be impossible.
And women.
Yeah, loads of stars were supposed to be here.
They weren't.
Total flop. No stars. We almost drowned.
And then there was the storm.
Oh, a total waste. But we found a few like-minded people here and we thought, huh, let's do a LARP.
I know my way around LARPs.
Well, of course, it's pretty obvious that you're doing one of your own about that old dance film.
How does that LARP thing of yours work?
We experience the wildest adventures in a world of fantasy. Each of us slips into a role, and the game master tells us what we experience.
That's it?
It's harder than it sounds.
A game master has to know exactly what they're doing.
Otherwise, it gets really boring.
Dangereux ou chiant?
Hey, I could be...
Who? You?
Ouais, moi.
Don't look the type.
You have no idea just how much imagination I really have.
You just have to have enough for each of us here.
Of course.
But we also want to play in a location that's just perfect for us.
What do you have in mind?
We want to be heroes and tackle deadly traps.
The more dangerous, the better.
You know anywhere like that?
I have to find the...
Well,
Ouais, je vais ouvrir le temps.
How come there aren't any women in your LARP?
They're just not interested in that sort of thing.
none of them wanted us to save them. We would have chained them up so nicely, they wouldn't even have had to say anything. Just sit there and look pretty. Like that was too much to ask.
Now, we have to leave it all to our imaginations.
I had to handle it that way myself when I was young.
I'm 29.
I have to get going.
Qu'est-ce que je peux prendre avant de
Candles
parler à...
always-
Alors là, je ne peux rien prendre. Les céréales. Les Fruit Loops. Et ça, là-bas, on dirait.
How useful. The light shines.
Dalle en pierre.
The stone
Si je mets les 3 dalles.
The stone... The stone... Now it looks like all the discs...
Ah! C'est lui. Et il était embarrassé. Oh, c'était ça, non?
An ancient... I can't change... The sockets...
Peut-être mettre quelque chose là-dessus, mais je sais pas quoi. Une bougie?
Something kept the socket secure now.
Bon, je sais pas. On verra bien plus tard.
I can't change them. They look pretty.
Ils ont l'air très vieux. Non, avant de parler à William, parlons à Smokey.
Hey, Smokey Bear, you're here too.
Larry Laffer. Richard, this is the man I was telling you about, who opened my eyes to the great truth.
Oh, it's an honor. I hope I too may experience an awakening like that.
Quoi de neuf, Smokey Bear?
Not so loud. They have microphones everywhere. If I'm not careful, they'll track me down again.
Oh, right.
I had to leave New Lost Wages in a hurry because they picked up my scent. They were everywhere. The man on the bus who kept looking at me, the ticket machine was watching me, and then there was this cat. It was in league with them. I then went to Louisiana for a conference on the secret world conspiracy. That's where I learned so many more hidden truths. 111! That's where I also received a flyer for a galactic festival here on this island. There were supposed to be lectures about the aliens who landed here a long time ago and founded a high culture. Supposedly, they hid their profound knowledge about mankind here. A place where you can discover the final insight into yourself.
Moi aussi, j'en ai entendu parler. Mais je clique.
I heard about that too.
That's what I'm saying. There must be something to it. Anyway, the festival was a disaster. I don't know who organized it, but nothing worked. But at least I met these other folks who are organizing a LARP. Don't tell them. But I think they actually believe it's just a game. And that's when it's the path to true self-discovery.
Who calls their kid Red Shirt?
We didn't want to bother to think one up first. Dead anyway.
What?
That's what those two guys over there said. I have no idea what they meant either.
But I'm an important member of the crew. We agreed on that.
I don't understand any of this. But those two seem to know what they're talking about.
My
Ne jamais porter.
Captain Dickard.
Whatever. Anyway, we're here for a LARP.
Captain Picard, donc Dick Hard.
What's supposed to happen in this LARP?
I want to find traces of an ancient civilization. They could be behind the current conspiracy.
And I expect an interstellar adventure. Alien races with whom we can live in peace. A real step forward for mankind.
Ok, faut que je retienne tout ça.
Earlier, you said something about wanting to kick some alien ass.
For purely dramaturgical reasons, of course. Besides, I'd really like to experience a fist fight against a lizard man, where he shreds my shirt and everyone sees my muscles.
Lizard man? Where? I never should have thrown my old tinfoil hat in the trash. This new one is crap.
Of course, it can't be
c'était celui.
because that would require following a different direction.
Son chapeau, c'est celui-là qu'on a mis dans le... dans l'appareil.
That they're well hidden.
But without a game master, nothing's gonna happen. Those two
T'inquiète, je suis là.
bozos over there know exactly how they should work.
Je pourrais être votre maître du jeu.
Oh, as long as I can fight, but...
Je dois d'abord trouver l'endroit idéal, ne vous inquiétez pas, j'arrive. Alors, je ne peux pas prendre les champignons, et je peux juste parler à ce type William.
I'm Larry, and you look...
D'un voyageur temporel, d'un chirurgien du cerveau, d'un skieur.
A time traveler.
What? What on earth gave you that idea? I'm a janitor.
That would have been my next guess.
I'm comply.
Interesting name you have.
You can thank my parents.
What were their names?
Reese and Eve.
So what do you do as a janitor?
You know, cleaning services.
Attends, c'est pas celui.
No way. I'm a freelance janitor.
C'est pas celui qui était aux chiottes.
You just don't know who you're gonna call.
You?
You know it. Will Comply gets everything clean. I can yell at school children, tenants, or employers too if that's what the client wants. Costs extra though.
How'd you end up here?
I was looking for a new professional challenge, so this galactic festival came along at the perfect time. So I thought, hey, why not apply in the corresponding costume? So I made this one myself, got the job, and, well, I'm sure you saw how that turned out. Now I don't know how to get back to new lost wages, and somehow I ended up with these guys. They told me that they needed more players for their LARP. I've never done anything like that before. But I'm flexible.
Ok.
And in this LARP, you are what?
An intergalactic janitor, of course.
Isn't that a little unimaginative? Isn't a LARP about slipping into completely different roles?
But
Pas
why
vraiment.
should I completely abandon my innate abilities? Besides, a mop is a weapon not to be underestimated. It's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of cleaning equipment.
I have been to a lot of places, but it wasn't until I
T'as
arrived
des gens
on
qui
this
font
island
du
that
jeu
I
de rôle et qui
truly
décident de
understood
créer
the
des persos
word
complètement what the fuck,
special.
hein.
What?
Don't listen to her.
Un concierge
She
spatial,
has a
pourquoi pas.
problem with men like us who have
Ça peut être fun.
extraordinary gifts.
Mais bon, toi c'est ton vrai métier en même temps.
As we
Connect the best. Is there anyone? Good.
Donc, si j'ai bien compris, eux ils veulent un jeu de rôle. Ils ont pas demandé quoi que ce soit en plus. Lui, il veut qu'on parle d'une ancienne civilisation. Lui, il veut combattre un homme lézard intergalactique. Et lui, il veut simplement nettoyer. Alors, du coup, il faut que j'arrive à ouvrir ce truc. Mais avant, j'aimerais bien voir si...
I can see.
Donc ça, c'est le symbole. Donc j'ai déjà les symboles. Mais il va falloir que je fasse, à mon avis, 3 trucs. Donc on va prendre la photo dans la grotte des 3 séries. Voilà. Merde, le flash était mis, ça a retiré, ça... On va le désactiver. Voilà. Alors, galerie. Et on regarde. Voilà. Alors on y retourne. Alors si on prend en diagonale, j'aurais pas dû changer le premier. Voilà, celui-là en bas. C'est celui-là. Et celui du haut, faut le ramener au début. Après, si c'est bien le bon sens, mais bon, on verra bien. Merde! Pas que je me gourre.
Nothing happened.
Il ne s'est rien passé.
That's fun. Oh. That won't.
Non.
Better.
Peut-être ma bouteille de vodka.
That's fun. That. They look pretty old.
Ils ont l'air assez vieux.
Better not. That's.
Non. Bon, essayons de retourner. Alors on va voir l'île des cannibales sans nous faire choper cette fois.
Hi. I know
Bah,
Muffington's one of the
tu es un
founding
homme.
fathers, but why did they name the island after him?
I think it was
Well, that's something.
the founding fathers spent a lot of time here, and Rigibald Cockburn is said to be buried here. Maybe you can find some trace of.
And I need to find a way. She and the other cat. Is there anything else you can tell me about Muffington Island from the file?
The island is also considered to be.
Oh, that sounds. Speaking of scary, that guy back there does look kind of menacing.
Le miroir.
That's too far. Oh.
Parlons donc à Otis.
Hi. I'm Larry.
Hi, my name is Otis. You seem pretty brave.
Why?
I mean, you're a man, right?
You bet I am.
I should be throwing you in our jail right now.
No need. I've been there.
What?
Nothing.
Well, I'll make an exception.
Tu aimes bien être dans cette tribu?
Oh, so.
Tu es un homme, ça se
I'm not
voit.
allowed to live in the
Bon, après, s'il s'identifie comme une femme, il a le droit d'être
Why's
là.
that?
Somehow I sometimes feel like I'm different, you know, from the other
Ah non,
cannibal
il
girls.
le sait
And
juste
I've
pas.
been a member of the tribe since the very beginning.
And, well, I think you're... How can I put this delicately?
Je parie que tu as un zizi dans ton pantalon.
I'll bet you got a willy in your pants.
That's not a willy, it's just a... At any rate, well, I don't really know. It's all...
You have to learn to accept yourself as you are.
What do you mean?
Tu dois accepter. Je...
I'll teach.
So tell me.
Well, it can't be.
I have time.
Well, to be honest, I'd have...
Then at least tell me.
Maybe we should change the subject.
Before he realizes it.
Yeah.
What do you know about the little guy in prison?
Oh, he kinda creeps me out. Oh, he looks at me funny and he licks his lips. He grabs himself. There's no way I could ever reach those on my body. The other day, he made me so furious that I grabbed him and choked him. But he actually liked it. I stopped, and he was really disappointed. He said he almost had a sexual out-of-body experience. Ugh. Hopefully, he'll soon be fat enough to eat, and I won't have to hear his voice anymore.
J'ai fini mon Tropico. Sur une île tropicale.
Can you tell me about the Sister Superior?
The Sister Superior? Better not talk about her. She's always somewhere nearby watching us. If we do anything she doesn't like, bad things happen.
Why don't you do something about her?
If only it was that easy. She especially picks on me. I'm her nephew.
You are?
That's what she calls me. And she thinks that everyone in her family is respectable. So I should be too.
I have to get going. Don't eat limbs unless you know where they came from.
Est-ce que je peux aller par là sans mourir? Ah ouais, on peut y aller. On peut même retourner en tôle si on veut. Brochure d'infos.
What? How did you get out?
I was just looking for the bathroom.
Get back in there.
Master?
J'ai trouvé le
I
dossier.
found the file.
Oh, how lovely! I hope it helps you find it, and that we can then both enjoy exploring the cave.
Of course. Do you need anything else?
Oh, I'll admit I'm a little bored, but I pass the time with my fertile imagination, and with planning what little diversions to try next. Did you know that you could have extraordinary sexual experiences where the mind leaves the body for a short time?
I prefer to have sexual experiences in my body.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
I'm
Oh,
Et hop, on se barre.
That needs...
Donc on peut pas aller près d'elle.
I really don't want to...
Et pourquoi tu vas là directement?
How did you get back?
Donc je ne peux pas entrer dans le village tant qu'elle est là. Il faudrait peut-être un déguisement. Bon, on va retourner sur l'île principale. Retournons voir l'autre Tojol pour avoir des coordonnées exactes.
Hey!
What was the island? Its coordinates are...
Moins 23.
Do you have any...
Oh, you're... Hey, then you...
See?
Moins 23. Très bien. Je pensais pas que ce serait utile en fait. Comme info. En fait, je pourrais juste faire ça quoi. Moins 20.
It worked! We survived the waves!
Easy.
I'm adding the island to the navigation app. Larry, I found something else about that ship graveyard in the file.
Really?
Apparently, Captain Muffington tried to stop the Marquis's plans, but some huge waves smashed his ship, the Unsatisfied, onto a reef. The ship sank as a result, with him aboard.
Which means that his keystone probably went down with him.
Ok.
You might be able to find some more clues here on the island.
Oh, y'a bébé 8. Y'a bébé 8 là. Donc à part ces 3 trucs, je ne peux rien toucher. Regardons les débris ici.
No, it's not. Well, no. Better to let them rest. There's a lot. Should I maybe... I know, Sam. It says ClipCoin LLC. I'm not a mill. That thing will probably... I even keep that one.
Donc il faut de la bouffe pour Polly. Des baies rouges peut-être? Non. Des Fruit Loops. Forcément. T'es un perroquet, tu aimes les Fruit Loops. Ah bah non, c'est pas BJ.
How did you get in here? How did you manage to get past Satoshi?
Je parle le perroquet.
What a coincidence. So does our parrot.
I noticed that. I'm Larry. Larry Laffer. So, what are you guys doing here?
You are standing in the headquarters of a startup that will change the world.
Oh, what are you selling?
We're not selling anything. We're revolutionizing payment and encryption on the internet.
You have to pay on the internet now?
Hey, not us, of course.
We are pirates.
Oh, man. Docs, don't start acting all high and mighty now.
But we are pirates. Like Huck and the fierce buccaneers.
We're corporate pirates, so to speak. You must know what a cryptocurrency is, right?
Pardon, j'ai dû la laisser dans mon autre pantalon.
There's that one superhero guy who can't take it?
Okay, so you don't know. We have invented a revolutionary new cryptocurrency. We call it ClipCoin. Our sophisticated blockchain is super secure and makes shopping with the wallet really easy.
The whole financial world trembles before us.
Exactly. That's why we had to move into international waters instead of opening our headquarters in a major city.
They're all afraid of us.
They can't touch us here. And we can safely run the servers that host our cryptocurrency. Plus, there's plenty of room to cool them down efficiently with water.
There's plenty of that here.
Look, Larry, she has to put up with those guys the same way I do with you.
We're still having a little trouble with internet speed, but it's nothing my little technical genius can't handle. Right, Docs?
Gotta recompile the kernel so we can lower the server load, increase the bitrate, and improve the latency. Take about half an hour.
Awesome.
Vous pouvez m'expliquer à nouveau ce que vous faites avec vos trucs technologiques? Non, 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 non.
I'm looking for a specific ship.
There's more than enough of those around here.
An old sailing ship. The Unsatisfied.
Oh, I know that wreck.
Where's it moored?
It's not moored. It sank. We lowered our water cooler server right next to it.
Did you see some kind of keystone or something?
No, but I didn't bother to take a good look at the wreck. We're building the future here, not wasting our time on some old relic.
À tout hasard, est-ce que vous cherchiez un premier officier?
Are you by any chance in need of a competent first officer to join your pirate crew?
You mean you want to join up?
At least he's wearing a sailor outfit.
I believe my crew is already complete. Leadership, vision, and organization are my personal responsibility. Docs is in charge of the technical implementation. So, as you can see, we have no need for any further help.
Hey, I'm here too.
Oh, yeah. Right. We even filled our internship position. And that wasn't easy because we have such high standards.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
I get the...
Hey!
Really?
Then cryptocurrency is out of your league.
What do you do with it?
Well, it's an uncrackable database.
What for?
For everything.
For example?
Look, I don't have time to teach anyone the basics right now. We're about to launch.
Très bien. Je vais les voir alors. Qu'est-ce que je peux récupérer ici? Rien. Peut-être le bâton en bouteille.
No, I'll just end. The plaque says the sword mistress of my libido. It's fine, right? The plaque says the sword mistress of my libido island. My pot. That's not real gold.
C'est du plastique. Drake était là. Non, parlons à la personne qui semble être la plus intelligente du groupe.
Hi there. I'm Larry. Larry Laffer.
Sadie.
Attendez, je me replace un peu mieux. T'as des projets pour aujourd'hui?
Any plans for today?
Oh, sure, the usual. Just stand here and be ignored.
Oh.
I don't know how anyone could ignore you.
Oh, these two don't seem to have any trouble doing that. Oh, wait a minute. Are you hitting on me?
Bien sûr.
Sure.
Oh, Lord. Am I supposed to be happy that somebody even notices me, or what?
I'm not so sure anymore.
Cut it out.
Okay, if you say so.
Ta tenue est vraiment piratesque.
Well, your outfit is definitely piratey.
LeCook insists that I wear it. He says it's our corporate identity and important for public perception.
You have a company headquarters on an island that is almost impossible to reach because huge waves smash everything, and you're worried about marketing?
He's not too receptive to logic. I'm starting to get used to the saber. I'll probably need it.
Comment t'es arrivé là?
Hey, I could get so mad. 2 weeks ago, I finished my degree.
What did you study?
Business administration. So I saw this job ad for an internship in a startup developing cryptocurrency. I thought, hey, that'd be a perfect springboard for me. Then I'd work in Silicon Valley for a few months, gain a lot of practical experience, and if the company suits me, maybe I'd go all in.
Et tu t'es retrouvé ici.
I am.
At least you got the job.
But I was the only one to apply. All the cook wants from me is coffee, and he acts like I'm his secretary, and I'm not allowed to do anything in management. He says the only one captain can man the helm. And then all he does is stand outside and look out to sea with that telescope or feed that empty-headed parrot.
Maybe you'll get your shot.
Not likely. He's only keeping me around so he can claim that he values diversity.
C'est un gros con.
Is there anything I can do to help you with your job?
You can help me find someone else. Don't tell him this, but I'm already looking for a better job. There must be a place where my skills are really needed. I hope I don't have to move again.
That captain...
Above all, I have absolutely... He spent the whole voyage here hanging over the railing.
Je pense que je peux te trouver un boulot où ce sera que des femmes et tu seras très bien traité. Dox.
Hey.
What?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais ici au juste?
I'm the technical manager.
You must have a lot of experience.
You know it, dude. You have no idea of that blackout in you lost wages a while back? Dude, that was me.
But the power goes out all the time because the grid is so bad.
That's what the powers that be say to... Hey, if you need me to get you anything from the darknet...
Hey, you're playing a game on your laptop.
That's so not true. Look.
You just hit a boss key and now it's showing a spreadsheet.
What? You still remember that? You know more about technology than I thought.
What are you playing?
Fortnite.
Never heard of it. What's the deal?
100 players get dropped on an island and have to kill each other.
Couldn't they just have a huge orgy?
Dude, you really just don't get computer games. It's about killing, not sex.
Buccaneers. Et il a mis 2 C à la place des K pour faire Buccaneers, pour faire bucanier. Bon, il n'y a absolument rien ici. Satoshi.
A nasty looking.
Bon, il y a l'air d'avoir absolument rien sur cette île. Retournons ici. D'ailleurs, maintenant l'île est sur la carte, c'est bien ça. Ça veut dire qu'il y a peut-être d'autres îles cachées. Retournons là, et je pense savoir ce que je peux faire. Je vais mettre un miroir. Oh, donc nous avons cercle, triangle et truc bizarre. Très bien. Ça devrait le faire. Donc je suppose que je le fais dans l'ordre du haut vers le bas. Donc le cercle. Enfin la spirale. Le triangle vers le bas. C'est pas celui-là. C'est celui-là. Et enfin, la forme chelou. C'est bien ça. Alors, me dis pas que... Alors, le singe cornu. Putain, me dis pas que c'est ça. Ça fait combien de temps qu'on joue? Attendez. Bon, on va s'arrêter là. La prochaine fois, nous ferons... Tiens, c'est pas l'orchidée bleue, ça?
Are you sure?
Bah ouais, c'est bon, on a l'orchidée aussi. Bon, on va s'arrêter là pour l'instant.
Good thing.
N'hésitez pas à vous abonner, à mettre un j'aime, à commenter cette vidéo, à la partager. On se retrouve tout à l'heure pour la suite. On est toujours à la Saint-Valentin, c'était des villes. A plus.